Greetings, everyone. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And I have to say, what an event-filled week. But we'll get into all that. But I'm glad that I at least built a platform. No matter how small it is, no matter how much or how little engagement it gets, glad it's not built on a mountain of fuckery because that's the decision I made a long time ago. Is that I didn't want a platform built on fuckery because if I did that, I would have to keep the fuckery up, and it might start to be more embarrassing to not just me but to those around me. I have a family to consider because I bear witness to many incidences within Black YouTube that would cause me to, would cause a normal, sane person to walk away because people start taking shit personal on these types of platforms. They want to humiliate you, do every kind of shut up tactic that they can in order to make sure that you are silenced. And my thing is, as a black man, that's just an idea that is completely alien to me. Period. I don't care who's doing it at this point. I get it. It's 2023. Apparently, we don't have the white folks to worry about anymore. You know, and I do get and understand that some of you been on that shit. That the very people that look like you could be the very people to be the first ones to try to stop whatever you got going. So um, yeah, I tried not to have fuckery based content over here because I understand what it can do. It's a it's a it's a beast you don't want to unlock, too much. If it makes you a little money, yeah, I mean it makes you a little money, but everything that you know, shit like that has consequences. I would say that, and I make sure that is important for me that if I do something, I do it with some type of good intentions because that's the only way it'll work. Because if I do things with a bad intention, bad will come up of it. But that last thing, I'm not completely right about it. I didn't keep in mind that people were different and that this dream of this black unity was one that is probably dead at this point. Not to say that I'm going to give up on it, but that's what I'm beginning to see. And it's not just I'm not going to blame just one generation because I know uh, everybody likes to blame the boomers. Gen X likes to blame Gen X. Millennials like to blame Gen X. Gen Z like to blame everybody else. Is cat shit at this point. But we persist in things being that way, and this is what I'm here to talk about. I'm gonna need for people to start admitting that the whole entertainment, the whole fuckery, the whole these reality show like content that we do here in Black YouTube, that's the stuff that you're looking for. You're not looking for anything useful. You're not looking for any information that might make things better for all of us. You're not looking for any of that. You're looking to be entertained. It's like coming to the fucking arena. You want to fuck with people. You want to make other people look like shit. So anyway, that's just it right there. It's not something that I intend to do with my channel because I want to be better than that. And I understand things might take a little longer, but business as usual. See who I have here. Got Phil Brad. What's going on? Dane one dropping by. I'm tired of shit. Been a long day. But your boy dropped a like. Y'all stay dangerous and hurry up and buy. Let's go BMBBH. Yeah, thanks for all of you that are real that will hang in there with me. Just I know there are a lot of streams going on tonight, but you've definitely come to the right place. Mm, So just I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the truth. I'm not surprised at a lot of the behaviors I see. I actually expect a lot of those behaviors, and people often say because of that I'm being negative, or it's maybe I need to pay more attention to the positive, but I don't believe that I'm running into a group of people that have the ability to do that. Is becoming very very like obvious. I mean, and it really has been always obvious to me. That's why um, I find it very difficult to be a bullshit artist. But I mean, here's what I'm thinking. Let's see. I came up with the title of this broadcast because I'm hearing this from other men, and it's it's used as a way of trying to neutralize other men from getting our true thoughts out. You know, they say concentrate on money, concentrate on success, concentrate on becoming the best version of you, without realizing that everything that you do can be done in the process, meaning that you can study to level yourself up in your career and run a StreamYard broadcast for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. My suggestion is you don't spend 7 or 8 hours on it, and it's complete bullshit. But for some reason, and I can't hate on the game too much, that works for some people. Hmm. So I keep hearing this thing about men don't do this, real men don't do that, real men this, a real man would that. Kind of makes me do the little eye roll thing because I don't know. I'm just one of these guys that don't need anyone to explain that to me. But I was on a panel the other night. Now, people are gonna, that were on the panel. Also, they're gonna do their versions on their respective channels, and um, yeah, they're probably gonna be a little bit more colorful with it. I'm more of a black and white person, and what I mean by that is either something is fucked up or something isn't fucked up, and that's just how I view life. There's very few in betweens for me. If I know something is shitty, I'm gonna call it shitty. I don't care how it makes another person feel, and that will probably be my specific problem. So anyway, this whole men don't do this thing. I don't know. I'm put together a list myself. Y'all so big on lists around here. So instead of putting it up on the screen, I'll just say it out loud. Uh, I give you the first one. Men don't allow women to be in charge. That may be a bit controversial for some of you because some of you were raised by just your mom. So you always are going to feel some kind of way about female leadership, whether you think that is a good thing or it's a great thing. For example, when you have a poppin' broadcast, which, from a channel that only seems to pop when they do have fuckery broadcast. And, I can't say that I'm not guilty of that myself. I I've been guilty of in the past of riding waves just to get a bunch of views. And only is to the benefit of your channel at the end of the day. It helps increase your algorithm. It gives you a chance to win new viewers. So you can't hate on the game completely, especially if you are a broadcaster on YouTube. So I never hate what somebody is doing. I just hate the nonsensical things. But one thing I don't let anyone do in with this channel is have them police my content. They can make suggestions. Hey, maybe you should get a camera, show your face, get the lighting done, get the microphones done. Make sure the sound is cool. Because just for some of them, they take this extremely seriously. They worry about their camera, they worry about their microphones, they worry about their lighting. And here these bunch of guys come, and all they do is start a StreamYard account, connect it to their YouTube, and just fire it up and talk to people. How dare they? And because of this, it has become very simple to reach a large amount of people. People talk about the shadow ban. It's whatever on that. Is what the people decide they want to consume and what they want to look at. And I don't believe that the panel that I was on, that the guys, what their aim was, is to understand that it is the audience who decides who thrives. I don't care who's being shadow banned. I don't think that it's an audience full of idiots. Now, let me take that back. Depends on who the audience is and what kind of information that they gravitate to, because everybody ain't stupid that, comes to these broadcasts. They come to be entertained more than anything, because they don't come looking for anything productive or constructive. If these people were coming to look for productive and constructive content, they would be at that productive and constructive content, but they're not. There are all of these broadcasts that is connected to this thing, this idea called the Black Manosphere. It is there's always that, and either it is taken as a positive thing or it's taken as a negative thing. One thing I do understand with guys who consider themselves the Black Manosphere, we just kind of do our topics and mind our business. The people who are in the anti-space, which I call it an anti-space, and it's a legitimate anti-space, is because they have this network of people who view their content, and it's most potent when it's hatred for the space. It's this disdain for the space, is as if we're supposed to be taking on some tall task that no one is willing to help us with. And that tall task is to save the community. And in my content, I have been very consistent about stating that. These people do their content, and nothing is above criticism, but they do their content as if they were looking for something from a bunch of people that they did not know. So what they do is they gather with a bunch of other people they don't know, and then they start sharing the same opinion. It becomes just one group think mess. Okay, you're supposed to say this, you're supposed to say that. Oh, my friend doesn't like you, so I don't like you either. Except for it's like 100 to 200 people. Let me tell y'all something. When I am in hostile territory, I could care less what that chat is saying. I'm challenging the person that's trying to challenge me. I'm challenging this thought process that, somehow because some list was made, that I'm trying to piggyback off the success of others. I do understand with this channel, there's only been a like two, three, or four, like, not to include the smaller content creators that share my content. I've getting one or two subs here and there, so they deserve their shout outs too, like Kid Gravity and Hannibal. But, I have other content creators sharing my stuff too, but it's because they made the choice to do that. Nobody put this list out with the anticipation that we are going to refer to the bigger content creators to pull us up. That list was actually designed to put shine on the smaller content creators that might have something to say as well, so they can grow bigger and be a part of something. But you guys don't want that. You want conflict, you want war. Like, one of the complaints was like, how are we going to be a space if I'm blocked from half these channels, blocked from commenting, and for someone to say that, they are pretty much seen as somewhat of a troublemaker. But I mean, that's just by other people, but I don't care. I don't care if someone is blocked from a channel. I don't care if someone has blocked you from seeing them. I mean, keep in mind, these are people who are saying shit about the person who made the list, which has been implicated as myself because, yeah, I've helped quite a bit with that list. I'm getting called all kinds of stupid motherfuckers and all kinds of sexual names and shit by people I don't even know. and that doesn't matter because I don't know the motherfuckers anyway. Shit's odd. I just thought that maybe, if we put some different names from different backgrounds and put a spotlight on those channels instead of letting people like, and I didn't get the chance to say this the other night, people like Aaron Fountain or The Root or Lipstick Alley decide and define what the Black Manosphere is, which it always just leads to hating women and talking about Keisha and wanting to save Keisha. What I heard on that panel the other night was people trying to protect Keisha from words. It's like, how is this even, like, how does that even make sense? The whole conversation still be about women. It's just you guys have to excuse me. I'm still pretty blown away by this logic that's on display, and people will roll with that shit because it's the thing that they always wanted to see. These Manosphere guys up against the ropes while being called names by everyone. I mean, some of you guys, and it's really is. I take consideration into what people say when they say stuff like some of you guys taking this internet stuff too seriously. I try to read into what that really means when someone who is a spectator says something. When they say something like, okay, some of you guys take this internet stuff way too seriously. And there's evidence of that. There's evidence of that. When you have to go as far as docs, when there are certain lawsuits that are involved, and I'm not talking about people, anyone in particular, but I know this stuff goes on. Till you got this thing that people are talking about blackballing, which I think is silly because how can someone really blackball you? if if there are audience members that make the choice not to watch you because a content creator said don't watch that person, don't fuck with that person, you don't need that person in your audience anyway. And it's like I didn't know and I didn't understand that people with content creators who say that they're so good and so smart and so successful. I didn't realize that they would actually care that much about it. And I'm tired of people who have been in these old I hate the Black Manosphere broadcasts that's been in the chats talking all kinds of shit, talk about people don't care. Oh man, don't nobody care about all that shit, man. What you talking about, man? But be on all of the damn anti-Black Manosphere broadcast watching the content, and you got a right to think what you want to think. You can think the space is weak, that the space is done, that the space is dead. But how many times a week do you have to say that shit? That's just my logic about it. It is so. It's like this. Maybe a content creator, at one point a few weeks ago decided himself that, hey, you know what, maybe this little Black Manosphere thing isn't worth it. Maybe I should stop mentioning it. Maybe I should stop trying to warn people about what other motherfuckers have been saying about it. The reason why I haven't abandoned ship completely is because, and I thought about this. I thought about this months ago. Since I pretty much made most of that list, I drag people into it. Yeah. This is not some lame, boring ass excuse because people want to hear me people want to hear me say, oh, duh, I'm a dumb motherfucker. I didn't know what I was thinking when I was making that list. Oh man, I did some goofy shit in my time, but it's a goddamn list. Why are people so upset about it? People at that broadcast the other night in the comments was like, you should destroy that list. You should destroy it. No, you're being silly. People are dumb. I mean, shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe I feel a little dumb for coming up here to care. Shoot. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. Somebody got on a Black Manosphere live stream and said the content creator should get toe tagged. Wicked person. Is that crazy? Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. They don't care if you're not sitting up here talking about the things that they don't like. They just put a highlight on that shit. I don't like what he talking about, so I want him dead. This is how stupid these motherfuckers are. But you got to keep in mind that this is the same generation that'll sit up there and shoot up each other at a goddamn bowling alley. Who can't raise kids worth of shit. These are the same motherfuckers. Some people be so mad they leave and go be successful, but then they turn into these dumbass content creators that want to sit there and argue about a list that they say they don't fucking care about. Folks is stupid. People online think they have more power than they actually have, or hand out more power than they actually got. Empowering white folks because you don't like the black people that are talking. Oh, yeah, we won't take any accountability for that. Oh, what up, D Scott? I'm glad everybody coming in. Please hit that like button. And believe me, and this is no shot or no dig to anybody. I'd rather have 20, 30 people consistently who aren't about the fuckery than 200 that are. Seriously, that is I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Oh, here we go. Last Boy Scout, no hate, but the black man is fear was built on the shoulders of white men who eventually chased out the ones who called themselves Black Manosphere. Huh? That's I mean, if 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 that's the if that's what you believe, I'll just say that. Yeah. So here's the thing with me, and this is no shot. Like I said, go the way you want to go as a content creator. Go with this Black Manosphere thing, like y'all want to go with it. If if ultimately the audience decides anyway who's in and who's not, who's in and who's not, it's ultimately not up to me. Everybody can pretty much say the hell with anybody. Shoot. But it's the content that matters at the end of the day. You're going to consume what you want to consume. Period. That is out of everyone else's control except the content creator. People are here to get the content that I give them, not anyone else's content. Shoot, but let me give you some facts. If a grown man wants to get up here and talk about women all day, and there's an audience there for that, that dude can very well do that shit. Everyone else seems to be able to exercise and option their rights to use their free speech however they want, no matter who it's against. And we tiptoe around it a little bit and careful because some groups can't take it like other groups can. I mean, shoot. I will say this: people do distance themselves out of fear. That's the one thing I can't do. I can't be afraid of that something will happen, and then it turns out that it never happened. Like, I don't believe that unless you own some, kill all shit. Some real extremist shit, like talking about going to do something to a certain group of people. I don't think people are gonna bust down your door with armor and guns. I think there's more serious stuff going on in this country. Gilgamy, what's going on? You know, but I also understand that it is futile to explain anything to fools. Let's listen up, guys. Whoever you want to watch in this space, I don't care who it is. You know, I didn't expect a piece of anything off anyone for putting them on the list. But I did. But let's just face it, man. Some people's egos are just, is hurt and out of whack. Some guys saw that list, did not see their name on it, and they fucking flipped. This shit has been going on for 3 fucking years. I made a broadcast Monday, and like I said, this is why I'm getting tired of, this always having to revisit this. This is probably going to be one of the last times. Let me go through my YouTube and get to my channel and see. Yeah, let me let me go to what's causing all this little fuss for you guys. How many times have I posted this list on my community tab? I've been posting this list ever since the list had been coming out. Every time we release it periodically, well, not every time, but 90% of the time. Not 90% of the time. Look, everybody, and it seems to be some problem with the names that are on the list. And like I said, I gave up most of the names. There were people that were saying that this list was put together to keep people on an FBI watch list. There were other people that were saying that the person that put this list together did not know what they were doing. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that. I knew fully what I was doing. Everything with me is always a calculated move, and if there's motherfuckers that are too stupid to see that shit, then that's not my fault. All you niggas want to be y'all want to be done in by the male feminists and the female feminists and the media at large because you don't want to position yourself in anything that looks like it's black. I knew naming my channel this, it would not be an easy road. It's not at all. And I mean, like, I know that maybe a lot of you feel like this gives this channel less value. I believe it gives this channel more value. And I could have did this without being listed with any amount of people. But there are black men who are content creators who are trying to get give a steady contribution, who care about this motherfucker. Not this guy. Not him. You other guys, yes. Nope, not him. So I was like, instead of acting like a petulant child, you could have told me, and anyone could have told me any amount of problems they had with this list. But the thing was, a female content creator posted this list on her community tab, like I said before, and all of a sudden it's important to other grown men. All of a sudden, like quite frankly, you're bitch led because nobody cared about all of the other dozens of times I posted this list in the past 3 years. No, no, until this one right here happened, and now it's a big fucking deal. And these guys with these same little talking points like y'all aren't men over there, y'all are blaming women for everything. It's some of the most female centric content that I've ever seen. You're blaming women and blah blah blah, and won't lay out specifics. It's the same cookie cutter crap. I don't fucking care. Somebody an idiot because they put a list together and they didn't know that some of these people are beefing and some of these people are detractors. Tell me who the detractors are. Tell me who the detractors are. Shoot, I know one. This guy. This guy right here. He's a detractor. The reason why I believe he's a detractor because some of these guys are just too weak for this shit and they cave under pressure. They say, uh, coal under pressure creates diamonds. What do you believe happens to shit when it's under pressure? It folds. It's a piece of shit. So let me stop taking swipes at people because if I start doing that, I'm doing the same thing those guys did. It's unbelievable to me that people are upset that a guy with a PhD is on the list. Upset because of that. And it's like this. People, I always have people talking to me about shit like this, like, Kev, you're too hopeful. Black men can't work together. We are all ultimately gonna fail. Well, why would you do this? Why wouldn't I do this? Why can't people be challenged? Why can't people act like that they can have their thought process challenged for goddamn once? You ain't gotta be friends with none of these folks. What makes that any of us what makes any of us believe that we are in the position to try to minimize any position on any list that we did not make? Hmm. I used to see the videos all the time of guys, videos now, videos, broadcasts, and people can deny it all they want. Of guys that were mad because they would say shit like "fuck that list." Oh, I'm mad because I'm not on the list. The list is bullshit. I've seen all of that. We always see all of that. A lot. Let me tell you a truth though. When I tell any other guys in the space that these kinds of videos are going on, they really don't care. It's not like they said we're gonna every time they see one of these videos, we're gonna do this full scale beef assault. We're gonna make video after video about these guys. These like the people who are, are proud to be a part of the space, they don't care about these folks that make these dozens of broadcasts that a lot of you creeps be on in the chat saying all kinds of bullshit, talking about some this is a bussy space. This is the Manos queer. Here's one thing I don't like. Here's one thing I don't like. I don't like when I ask a person a question straight up, and then when I see them somewhere else, they're acting like other things. So it's like okay, who is the dumbass? After I see something like that, who is the dumbass? Was I the dumbass for listening to this guy in the first place? Should I feel like a dumbass? because I asked this person a question straight up, and then they give me one point of view somewhere, and then they express a whole other point of view another place. Uh, it's the Manos queer when you're over there, but when I ask you, is the Black Manosphere dead? Your answer was no. So why is it always these niggas with this gay shit? What the fuck? Oh, they hate women. They must be gay. I get the logic, but that's not true. It always got to default to some bullshit. These guys are losers. These guys are gay. Like, for real? They'll look at the list. Oh, I'm cool with this guy. I'm cool with this guy. But the rest of these motherfuckers. I didn't put this list together because everybody was kissing each other's asses. You know, and it's like the yes, it does need to be updated because a lot of, and I'll say this is because a lot of channels have changed their names, the allegiances. My whole point is like if you have people that are on this list that have since then denounced the space, is like you have to also take into consideration that everybody doesn't watch everything. So the way you see something may not be the way someone else sees something. Like each one of these names on here don't see things the same way. Hmm. Why is this person on the list? Why is that person on the list? I have to hear it from them. I have to hear it from them because these guys know how to communicate with any of these guys on the list. They can tag someone to a video, they can tag someone to a community tab or what. But the idea of someone else coming to me and saying that no, this guy does not want to be on the list. If I hear you say it, yeah. Like let me give you an example. Mr. Palmer. Mr. Palmer was on this list before. But he did a broadcast where he stated verbally for everyone to hear, "I'm not a part of this Black Manosphere shit. It's too much bullshit going on behind the scenes." Hey, let me also say something else. I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not a behind the scenes guy. I'm not an insider, I would say. I don't sit at the council of Black Manosphere Olympus and discuss, little details about shit. I don't do that. All we did was put a list together, and it's not that complicated. And stop saying you don't care about something. See, what name shouldn't be on here? I can't say. I can't say that any name should not be on here. I know Walt Diddy show name his channel is now Sigma Lifestyle, and you know, uh, this that guy, and hmm, who else? I mean, I can't do it. I can't say this guy doesn't belong here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, y'all. Especially these little old bitch ass niggas that sat there and tried to make broadcasts about this list too. Man, fuck y'all. Nobody asked you. Dudes throwing out there, oh, don't put me on the list. Don't worry. Like it be some of these dudes that say this shit, this don't put me on the list. You guys are like the last people on the planet I would think of. It's like, and I'm sure with the possibility of who could go on the list, there are probably some white motherfuckers that are higher on the list than you guys. And that's being a real hypothetical. There ain't no white people on the list like y'all want it to be. Don't put me on the list. Like, give a fuck about you, man. Little niggas that be like, look, oh, they don't like me over there. It's like nobody's checking for you. I mean, I'm just happy to hear what the person is saying at the time. So that's why I'm addressing it. But a lot of these people aren't being checked for. Yet it's fuck the manosphere every dozen broadcasts. So all this pro carrying the flag and stuff like that, it's gonna have to be a collective effort because there's just black men that are determined to not get along. We are determined. That's the message I got the other night. We are determined to not get along. Fuck you and your little effort. Niggas scared of the FBI. They watching us anyway. and the reason why they watching us a lot nowadays is because you got hating ass motherfuckers in the space that's flagging people videos. I don't specifically know who they are. That's just speculation on my part. But people complain about their videos being flagged. Hell, there was a hit list campaign orchestrated by the sisterhood to flag people's channels down. There are people who declare flag parties. All I do is scroll down for a little while and people just give it away. It's not that hard. It's not that tough. It's just that where are the times that was like Freaknik? I'm thinking about it, because being on inside of an environment like that are just black folks, black men and black women who are just getting along and want to party. Shoot, 2023, black folks can't get together like that no more. Y'all can't even get together on a hypothetical list. You can't even do that. And I'm not blaming the content creators in particular because what kills all the haters about this list is that there are actually people who still want to get on this list. And for me, it was like they were trying to discourage people and trying to make them feel embarrassed that they were on the list. One thing that I'm gonna face, and I'm probably gonna end this one off and go back to doing subject matter that actually matters because I really tried with you guys for real, for real. The one thing I will say is that I have not completely given up hope that black men can work together. It's just that dealing with like dealing with like a lot of these people, is just that there's just no hope at the end of the day. We're almost done. The only thing that I can continue to promise you to do, to continue to do, is to promise you that I will continue to be me. It's not like I ever search for strength from any of these individuals because my belief is that it was strength in numbers. I didn't seek strength from anyone though. I knew they were their own person. I knew that they were their own strength. I was just trying. We were just trying to recognize some people. Is kind of to let you know that there is somebody out there that does think that your effort matters. But since some of y'all don't think y'all effort mattered, that hey, you know what? Fuck you. We will be revising the shit out of this list. And since y'all care about it so much, and you say you don't care, this is the only list that matters because you guys made it matter. You did. You didn't have to do that. It does. It should not have mattered when Shay Sade posted the list. It should not have mattered then. I posted this list so many times, and it never mattered that much. It's just that it is disappointing the way things were executed the other night. Whatever with that content creator at this point, it's just that if whenever I see you in the crowd and I disagree with you, if you have a wrench and I don't, I'm gonna do my best to make you time me out. I'm not gonna disrespect him either. I'm just gonna do things my way. I'm 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 done with this bullshit. I mean, these efforts, like people complaining about this space trying to save Keisha, and these dudes in it, they're doing the same fucking thing. They're trying to save Keisha. Oh my god, hoes mad. Those words are making those hoes mad. We have to do something, fellas. Yeah, let's talk about masculinity and what's safe to talk about. A guy, a full grown man, trying to explain masculinity to me the other night. What I'm like, what drug is this guy on? Hmm. All right, let me see. Got to deal with black men in small groups that have common interests and goals. It matters now because the influence is being seen. IRL 100. Imagine if black men were able to work together. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. That's the whole design right there. Is that black men that they don't want black men to work together. If you just got here, I don't think you can say that. Say what? If I just got here, why is it always like, why don't a motherfucker that's been here for a long time try to do what the fuck I did instead of sitting there back and moaning and criticizing and bitching? Is turd flinging monkey on the list? Why would turd flinging monkey be on the list? Isn't that a white guy? Y'all better learn how to be black. I'm tired of this bullshit. You niggas, you niggas want to get mad about Pearly saying something slavery. Then when a black man tries to do something, you be the first niggas against it. Shit's tiring. Shit. Somebody should have had the nuts to do what I did. That's been here for a while. Instead of being one of these in crowder influencers. Bro Rob, are you from Chicago? No, I'm not. I am from Montgomery, Alabama. Niggas stupid. Shoot, I mean, and for real, as much as y'all like to say that Obsidian is somehow our master or some shit, or everybody's supposed to look to Obsidian, I don't ask Obsidian for shit. I had to go on BGS today. Look, man, and and I had to like, I thanked them for everything, but I had to give everyone the idea that they was watching that. Hey, I do things on my own accord. I don't do things because there's some type of like background shit going on. Everything I do on my own. I don't give a fuck, man. And I don't care. Like, I don't care if you got more subs. I don't care if you got a bigger audience. I don't care about this shit. If you're a black man, I'm happy for you. Shit. That's the one thing y'all don't get because y'all ain't never happy for black men doing anything. But D Scott, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Somebody probably be mad because D Scott gave me a super chat. Niggas so fucking petty. They are hypocrites. They call themselves pro-black, but be the first to try to step on a nigga toes. Yeah. And I'm not saying all pro-blacks, just like I'm not saying all black men. It's just that some of these motherfuckers out here, they are the embarrassing that they complain about. Shit, you ain't got to be a part of shit. Ain't nobody trying to ain't nobody trying to force y'all to get along. Can't we all just get along? I was an idiot. And the only way that I was ever an idiot is because of you motherfuckers. I had good intention. Man, right here, Kel got his YouTube 1099. Shoot. So clearly, what the message that I'm getting from a lot of you guys is what you want is to be defined by a bunch of bitches that hate you. And when I say bitches, I'm including dudes as well. Because see, y'all will run back to your little cells and be like, "Oh, they're over there talking about black women again." What up, Greg? Men don't do this. Men don't put bitch priorities at the top of men priorities. Men can say what men want to say. We trying to hold men accountable. No, you're not. You're trying to virtue signal because hoes are mad. Argue about nonsense. I'm not ever like look, if I visit your channel, you want to argue and shit, you gonna be the only one arguing. You gonna be the only motherfucker arguing. I ain't finna argue with nobody, man. You guys are idiots. Shoot. What argue for? I'm too old to argue with motherfuckers, man. What do I want to argue with you for? Man, I don't like you, man. I don't like you neither. Now, that roasting that happened the other night. Let me shout out Fantastic real quick. Solo TV deserved that shit. Fuck he did. Yeah, he did. Fuck that nigga. But that's all I say about that. Like, what do y'all think that what do y'all think that is gonna happen when you calling dudes fuck niggas and incels and gay and all that shit? What the fuck do y'all think is gonna happen eventually? Y'all a bunch of weird ass fuck niggas. Like, I'm supposed to take that lightly? I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, I am a weird ass fuck nigga. No, ain't nobody's supposed. No man would. This is coming from a man. Like no man would. Like oh fuck nigga, fuck you. Y'all some fucking weirdo incels. Hey, I had to tell somebody the other day. Incel, y'all talking about the FBI flagging words. Incel is a word that's flagged by the FBI. Shoot. I'm not gonna go over that list because I don't care. Y'all, like I said, people act like the FBI ain't been looking at these platforms before. Anytime a black man speak, they looking at it because they don't want us making any progress. And now we got old bootlicking ass niggas. They think that we're arguing on behalf of because we want to shame Keisha. We're arguing with women. All these little mythical stories of how women come to platforms and all we do is argue with women and try to make them change and shit like that. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care. I'm past all that. It's 2023. Shoo. I believe it would be sexist of me to believe that a female could not hold her own in a conversation. That is extremely sexist. I mean, I'm using social justice words like sexist, but I'm just trying to get a point across. Yeah. What I look like on a Wi-Fi connection on a panel full of people putting a cape on when a woman is saying something really stupid. The fuck is wrong with you guys? I mean, it's you welcome people into a space. They're extremely discourteous with you. They wipe their little muddy feet on your carpet, and they expect you to say thank you. Life doesn't work out like that. I'm not gonna thank you for disrespecting me. Dudes just want to be disrespectful because women are watching. They just want to make sure that hey, uh, uh, yeah, let me make sure that she watching so she'll know that I'm a man. If your manhood gotta get defined on the approval of a female because you're being disrespectful to other men, you're not a man. Men don't do that. Men don't fight with other men to impress women. If the man's masculinity is intact, he doesn't need all of that. Men don't need to be a proxy. Come on, man, that's a female. And these same dudes I never remembered when they put up them dumbass arguments. That's all I heard the other night. That's all I heard the other night. All I heard was all you niggas like to do is talk about women. Y'all trying to say Keisha. All y'all do is shit on women. We don't, we think that's lame, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it would be lame if that's all we did, but that was a goddamn lie. That was a lie. I mean, all niggas do is lie. Like, show me the proof. Show me the Carfax. Show me the Carfax. Most of the time when they present their evidence, it's like in a clip and they're laughing at Obsidian. Since the goddess ain't changing and she got nice legs too. Just saying I can see. Yeah. No, these hoes ain't changing, man. And I mean, like, that's not to say that Six the Goddess is a hoe. No, man, what am I trying to change her into? What are people trying like who are these guys that are trying to change these hoes into housewives? Who are they? What I hear are a bunch of discussions on certain behaviors to avoid. Shoot. I see some people put on display as examples of what not to be. That's what I see. I don't see all these attempts to get them to change. Change into what? What are we trying to change them into? Where's your evidence? Where are all these old keyboard hungry incels that hate women so much? People don't people people come over here with that bullshit. I fucking time them out. Man, fuck these women. I want to see all of them in the body bag. I don't see these guys doing this shit. I don't see guys saying, I hope these hoes get killed by the cops. I don't see that shit. Wherever if you're a person that sees that on a regular basis, where have you been hanging out? These hoes think that everything they say is important. Simps paying them too much mind at super chats. I love you, girl. I want you to be my wife. Niggas complaining about Six to God as being in the space. I don't even watch this motherfucker, man. I'm not saying that I'm the whole entirety of the space, but out of all these content creators, let me go back to sharing. Out of all these content creators, how many of them be like, hey, let's make a video. Let's welcome Six the Goddess to the Black Manosphere. Like, shit. Like, and I get it completely if men just like looking at attractive women and all this other shit. Yeah, that's what men do. We look at attractive women. They get stupid, man. I don't get these motherfuckers. These guys are brand fucking new. Man, let me tell you something. BZ, what's going on? Let me tell you something, man. When what was her name died in December, Dorothy Pittman Hughes. Uh, Dorothy Pittman Hughes was the black woman that did the little fist pump with Gloria Steinem in the famous picture. When she died, I ain't see a bunch of black men celebrating that. When Bell Hooks died, with her propaganda, with her feminist propaganda, I didn't see it. I didn't see black men just everywhere, just adulated, throwing confetti in the air, talking about the bitch is dead. I ain't see none of that shit. But every time black men do say something, it's just like it's a rap. Let me give you an example. This whole Freaknik thing. In Freaknik thing, there are people that are already just all up in arms because the Black Manosphere is about to talk about Freaknik. There's a documentary, and I made a video on a documentary that's about to come out on Hulu about Freaknik, 1994. And a lot of people, especially a lot of females, are quite shook because because they're afraid that they're going to be seen on that documentary. I'm sitting up there like, too late now. What's wrong with folks? Let me share the screen. And then a lot of people up here complaining about, the Black Manosphere was about to talk about Freaknik. They think they're going to shame these women into changing. I said, no, bro, we're past all of that. We are past all of that shit right there. Man, because thing is, though, the whole argument about we're using this to try to make females change, like, you're talking to a bunch of guys who were alive when this thing happened. So the mere idea is that the idea is that these young people, their realities, it already got shattered one time when they came to this space and dudes started telling the truth about motherfuckers. It's gonna be shattered twice because this documentary is going to be confirmation of what we've been saying, what we've been knew about. Some of y'all just upset because y'all trying to turn these hoes into housewives because you have this immaculate idea of what these women are supposed to be instead of, seeing them for who they are. And that's why you niggas always try to get into all these damn arguments because every time the truth is flashing your fucking face, you want to deny what the truth actually is, and you getting mad at men like me for telling you the truth. Your mama was a hoe. Not my mama. My mama, she was already above. She was already past shit like this, and she was still from the wholesome boomer generation. So I don't want to hear that shit because people be like, "What about your mama? What about your mama?" My mama wouldn't have done no shit like, especially in 1994. Nigga, we talking about people who were 18, 19, 20. Some of them was even like 22, 23 during Freaknik 94. Shoot, we would have wanted to had all them songs, pop that pussy and shake that ass. Yeah, we ain't like some of you special dudes out there. It's just like the one thing that you're gonna have to look for is they finna start doing all these little narratives, like these women were, oh my god, they were assaulted back then. No, these women were not assaulted. I went to two events that was like Freaknik. None of the women were being assaulted. They was shaking ass. They was taking pictures. They was doing what they can to get that money. And that's how they gonna try to spend this. They gonna try to act like everybody's they were so innocent and they were victims. No, they weren't. Your mama, your auntie, all them were freaky freaks. Gen Xers may be exposed in new footage from Hulu documentary Freaknik. Look, this woman, she is the face of, oh my God. Hmm. But she was telling the truth. We are about to be exposed. Jesus be offense. She was saying all that shit. Shoot. Boy, having a video camera, an actual video camera was a thing. Video camera with videotapes. That was a video camera with videotape era. All I'm saying is this. It's nothing really at the end of the day to be ashamed of. It's just that we live in these weird times. A lot of who was it that said something about this is gonna make black men look like predators? Was it Tariq or was it O'Shea? But either way, they're gonna spin it to where you know black men look like predators because people. I mean, like I said in my video, uh, B Dubs care about their image more than anything. Like the truth will be right in your face, and they still will deny that shit. So that's why a lot of these, I guess, these men, I would say, that's in these spaces, they would sit up there and say they would rather not argue with women. And I don't think that anything can get done through a shouting match anyway. I don't think anything at all is meant to be productive. And from what I can tell, I still have to learn some of the rules that some of you guys go by because a lot of this shit that these motherfuckers do in this space is very alien to me. But sitting up there freaking out like these little old dudes that's trying to virtue signal, calling themselves, getting all mad and calling out the space for once again talking about what women do because they were at Freaknik, and any amount of these guys would be around females talking about what men do. Any amount of them. I see it so many times. Calm the fuck down. That's what I don't get. I don't get men trying to silence other men from saying shit. Do you do we have content creators that really believe that if you spend all this time talking about dudes and throwing dudes under the bus that that is somehow manly? Saying that men aren't being accountable. I'm just basically on the out for me when I talk about a lot of things, I just be on the outside looking in, giving my perspective on some stupid shit that is in my observable eye. It's not me trying to gossip because everybody I'm getting real tired of this shit too. Every time a black man says something, they try to minimize it to some type of feminine level. Like I wouldn't smack you in your mouth if you was in front of me for suggesting that I'm somehow some kind of gossipy little bitch or some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck do you come to YouTube to listen to people for? Like, I mean, the disrespect is rampant. Like, it's very rampant. Like, you guys don't understand that what you may see as accountability, and I don't believe, and I don't expect you guys to be soft talking anybody, but when you're called for your disrespect, you can't sit up there like, oh, so now I can't criticize. Nigga, people ain't stupid. We know what shitting on somebody looks like. I don't give a damn about like let me publicly say this. I don't give a damn about any of your mothers, any of your sisters that was at Freaknik. I don't care. Any of your aunties, any of these so-called pillars of the community. Because you know why I don't give a damn? Because they were young. People had wild days. We had wild days. They want to give all this image like, oh, I'm so perfect. Nah, your mama was a freak. And then like they try to always try to equal out to what men and women do. What if I see my daddy on a freak dick video? So what? Same thing. So what? What you gonna catch your daddy doing? Unless he doing something what the females doing, I don't think you should ask too many questions. Cause see, when I went to those events, wasn't none of that shit going on. Wasn't none of that alphabet shit going on. I know we in 2023, and I know the sisterhood has these little narratives they like to push, and all these little old stupid fucking haters of the space love to push these little narratives, but nah, we didn't play that shit in Gen X. Them niggas gonna talk about Freaknik. You goddamn right. They gonna run. We gonna run that damn documentary into the ground. And whatever else happens in this stupid ass year 2023, we gonna run that motherfucker into the ground. And then these are motherfuckers that can't keep the words Black Manosphere out of their mouth. That be saying this shit. So we can't criticize. Yeah, you can criticize, but people can answer your criticism. Men don't sit up there and act like criticism of what I'm saying is bad because, like, you can't sit up there and be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna say you a fuck boy," but when you tell me, "Okay, you kind of stupid for calling me a fuck boy," I'm gonna say you wrong. You can't do that. These guys are incels. What? Nigga, how do you expect the average man? How do you expect the average man to react to such a flagrant comment? I know it's easy to say stuff like, "Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck," because you're on a Wi-Fi connection. Nigga, look you dead in your eye. You gonna call him an incel? You don't think something's gonna happen if he's standing 2 feet in front of you? Fuck out of here with that. You guys are too used to that shit. Shit. Knights Palace, what's going on? There'll just be a little extra for attention. Freak me more than enough to prove this. You don't get it, Kev. Daddy want to be seen in that Freaknik video. Yeah, yeah. One thing about men is that we proud of our little past exploits. The thing is about men, as long as we don't come out of it with an STD or a little baby or some shit like that, we gonna be cool with it. The problem that I expressed was the problem that I expressed in the video. Is that a lot of you girls gonna have to explain to your kids that Freaknik is the reason why you don't know who the father, who their daddy is. Shoot, it's not my fault, or it's not anybody else's fault that you went to an event, you got a little freaky, a little drunk, you rode the cock carousel, and all of a sudden you pregnant, and you think you remember what guy did what, and you end up going on Maury Povich, and pretty much after the 10th guy, you give up. Like, shit, fuck out of here with that. Shit. They said that there's a judge, there's a couple of execs, uh, I think a lawyer too, that's trying to stop this documentary from getting released. I said good luck to that. Because like I said, this Black Manosphere is going to run that documentary into the ground, and people outside the space as well. And then you're going to have a lot of these old guys that's going to run these little fuckery broadcasts. Uh, Sitting up there talking about, well, why the Black Manosphere is talking about the Freaknik documentary, because every fucking body else is. Like, damn, let 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 let, let niggas be great, man. Niggas got a problem. We talk about something. Shit. All they do is talk about hair weave. All this other bullshit. Oh, Rogish. What up, Rogish? Tell you something else men don't do. Men don't make dozens upon dozens of derogatory comments about a group of men that they don't know, and then act like a motherfucker is crazy when you confront them about it. And I mean, like, I know many of you guys are like neutral to. I mean, you know the content creators. You go to content creators broadcast. You may be watching in the clouds, but then when you read the chat, there's always these same people that's sitting up there talking about some fuck them motherfuckers. That that list is for bussy bandits. Like, I mean, I'll show y'all some proof. Actually, I'll show y'all a receipt. And I mean, like, I don't mean to advertise other content creators, but let me see if I can find that screenshot real quick. But like I said, I don't expect anyone's allegiance to go anywhere. Let me see. Hmm, let me see. See if I find it. Shit. I mean, y'all know that shit goes on. Yeah, I can't find it. I can't find it. I'm sorry. But it's you guys see that shit. I mean, maybe what y'all do is every time y'all come to the space, y'all watch sensible content creators with sensible dialogue that ain't about that shit. These professional B dubs be getting down like the hood rats. You can take a B dub out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of B dub. Tell me about it. Knight's Palace, what's going on? That hood can be sexy though. Gen X retiring home's gonna be lit as fuck. Fuck over boomers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me go back to I was talking about earlier. Oh, somebody will tell me what men don't do. Men don't police other men on what to talk about. Tell you that much. You niggas got all these ideas except for how to. Let me stop. How you got all these ideas on how to save the community and all this other shit, but all you base your content on is fuckery. Or, you don't base all your content on fuckery, but only your fuckery broadcasts are the ones that do good. Let me go to my community tab. We go to my community tab. Thank you everyone who's watching. Thanks everyone who's watching. Please hit the like button. No truce, Black Manosphere. Somebody's like gonna be SB versus Manosphere truce. Man, I don't want no truce with them niggas. Like I said, I done seen all the insults. Here's what I like right here. It's 47 votes. I say, what should this weekend show be about? Smoke show about the Black Manosphere list, which this ain't a smoke show. This is just me talking. Getting more bitches crying for these hoes, 9%. Another wholesome topic about positivity. Although that's cap, there's other broadcasts that you can do besides, ones that focus on negativity. And this is the kind of material that people say that they're clamoring for, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I believe that sometimes people get real bored with that real quick, and you have to dive into a little comedy, a little fuckery every now and again. Yeah, let me explain that because I'm gonna start. That's a new insult. That's a new insult. Freaknik gonna be the new insult. It's gonna be the new joke. Like you can say stuff like, that's why your mama went to Freaknik, or man, you act just like a little Freaknik baby. Don't know who your daddy is. In that sea of people in Atlanta. Look at this. How these Freaknik babies want you to see the Black Manosphere. SBE, innocent black women content creators who say nothing but good things about black men. And yeah, you can kind of read into that if a lot of A lot of single bitch energy on Black YouTube. Uh, let's see. The niggas I chose ain't shit because that's what I like. Yeah, we already knew this. I don't expect women to change. If I all these memes and these screenshots I post, I'm not posting them because I want women to change. I'm not posting them. I'm posting them because of a little comedy. I just want to. I just want y'all to see how funny this life is. I hate the Black Manosphere starter kit. Yeah, this is one of my favorites right here. That's what it is. You know, hair weave, color purple, old koofy hat, bunch of damn kids. Yeah, I put right here agree or disagree. Some of the stuff I want don't gain that much traction. I mean, I got 73 likes. But I mean, let me make this point entirely. Stop worrying. They say, and I said it. Stop worrying about the what these black men say and do, and worry about getting money. Said no one ever. No one ever says that shit. Stop talking about these dudes. Stop talking about these black men. Worry about getting your cash. Worry about getting your money. Stop letting these dudes. I don't ever hear that. If maybe once I start hearing that, I'll be convinced that that this whole SBE thing is actually a problem. But I'm not in the market of shaming grown men and not being like thinking that's okay and nothing else is not that's the only thing that I can do. Look at this shit. Been thinking about killing myself lately. Let me hit it before you go. So these dudes are savage. Oh look, the famous official Black Manosphere list. Who insults black men podcasters the most? 200 and how many votes? 233 votes. Bitter females, and I mean that with the utmost conviction. Simps, pro blacks, wannabe HNICs. Oh, look at that. Name anything a pro black has done to further a black agenda. Running your mouth, kissing Obama's backside, and caping for self hating cum dumpsters doesn't count. Sure doesn't. Let me stop. I'm getting a little tired. I'm gonna do an actual topic tomorrow night, but I just wanted to address. Um, I just want to address these idiots. All that idiocy I had to go through the other night. If y'all really want to know what broadcast I'm talking about, go to AM1's channel and look at the broadcast that says Manosphere's rejects list. I don't want to get this nigga shine, but it's whatever at this point. But hopefully y'all be here tomorrow night. I don't doubt that. No, yeah, Chaos Rain. I'm gonna drop the link, but you can come back to the back. So, but I'm about to end this motherfucker. Shoot, no truce, none whatsoever. I'm not going into a truce with anyone. It's like I gotta get them up. And listen up, guys. I'm not gonna sit up there and waste my time going back and forth with individuals. Shoot. But anyway, I'm about to end this motherfucker. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you. I hope everybody press like on your way out. Thank you for the super chat from earlier. And shoot, y'all have a good rest of your Saturday. See you guys tomorrow night. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. Goodbye.